Gabi, thank you for spending some time with me today, and thank you for sharing your experiences with our mattress with our viewers. Now, for those people who are viewing who don't actually know who Geovital is originally a naturopathic clinic based in Austria. We have a 35-year history behind us, and we specialize in environmental medicine. Basically, what in the environment affects our health. And we pinpointed that there were three issues that once we addressed those with our patients who had chronic health issues, then the work in the clinic got easy, so to speak. And those three things were electronic pollution, so the radiation you get exposed to from the wiring inside your bedroom walls, mobile phone towers, those sorts of things. Geopathic stress, which is excess of natural radiation. And the third one was the mattresses that people slept on, and that's how our paths also crossed. Anyway, we train people on how to do these assessments in homes, and we have people available to do these assessments. And we also, for 25 years, have been making this toxin-free mattress. Now, Gabi, what kind of athlete are you? As in, I'm asking. I mean, I know, but I'm asking because some people might not know what kitesurfing is.
Okay, kitesurfing generally is the fastest-growing water sport in the world. We are attached by a harness and a bar to a kite, and we go on different boards, like this one in the back. We're being pulled over the water, and I've been a professional kitesurfer for the last 15 years. I'm sponsored by the biggest brand in kiteboarding, which is Kiteboarding, the biggest brand in the world. I'm also sponsored by Ion, which is a very innovative company for progressive sports gear and technical products for kitesurf, windsurf, surf, stand-up paddle, everything related to action water sports and mountain biking. And I'm very lucky that I have the support of Geo Vital too. So kitesurfing. Kitesurfing has many different phases. That's why it has such a wide appeal, really. There's many different disciplines in kitesurfing. Yeah. The main discipline is freestyle. Freestyle, you jump high, you do very technical maneuvers in the air. It's also the main discipline in the Kitesurf World Cup. I competed for many years successfully in the Kitesurf World Cup. I did stop competing though, quite a few years back now, and I embarked on a new career, which is these days I'm a globe-trotting free rider, as we say in the industry, which means I go around the world and I discover new or yet still kitesurfing spots. Yeah. And I go there with professional photographers and we take images, and then I write articles about those places, which are often at very remote areas. So I get to go to very exciting destinations and very unusual destinations too. I've been kitesurfing in Russia and in Papua New Guinea and Oman, Taiwan. I've been to over 60 countries in the world, and I write articles for leading industry magazines worldwide. I write in English and in German, and my articles get translated into French and Spanish and Italian and other languages. Mm-hmm. And I'm also currently working on my first book. So that's my little niche in the kiteboarding industry, or what my focus is. But generally many different disciplines in kiteboarding. I personally focus on wave riding, which is like surfing, so you ride a wave with the help of a kite. But then there's slalom and racing and foil boarding and snow kiting. To the sport itself, or as an athlete, kitesurfing generally is a full body workout. So we use a lot of our legs. We have a very strong upper body too for freestyle and the technical maneuvers. You do need upper body strength.
You get pulled in the air and
yes,
things, aren't you?
We can do all that. We can jump really high. Generally it's a full body workout. However, there is certain areas of the body that, especially on a professional level, that get most impact. as you would imagine, there's a lot of forces at work. So that's particularly the knees, the shoulders in freestyle kiteboarding. The wave riding that I do these days is a little kinder on the body. But yeah, in my 15 years of professional kitesurfing, I did sustain quite a few injuries. So I broke several ribs, not at once,
Great.
3 times, and so I know how that feels. Because we get a lot of speed often, and then when you fall on the water, it's like concrete. So
Yeah.
you just. So yeah, I broke several ribs. I tore the ACL in my left knee. I have several tears in my rotator cuff. I have a bulging disc in my neck from a heavy wipeout.
Sounds like lots of fun.
It is.
Yeah.
It's part of the game. It's part of the game and part of an athlete's life. And it's okay, but that's why it's very important to stay fit, to stay healthy, to look after yourself.
That brings me to my next question. Is that, obviously you do a lot of sport and you're out there training and getting fit, and you are fit, and why did you approach us? You got all these brands, all about equipment, and we're the guys doing environmental medicine. Where does that fit in? Why the motivation to contact us?
Yeah, it might first look like a bit of a strange choice, or however you want to say, but if you look closer, there's a lot of synergies between my sport, between your company. So yeah, I mean, my trainings regime, of course, I train a lot in the water, many hours every day in the water, surfing, kitesurfing. I do cross training on land, I go to the gym, I jump on my mountain bike, I do yoga, stretching, then recovery, rest, a very important part of my training too. The older I get, the more my little and bigger injuries, but also just in general new little aches and pains and start creeping up on me, so to say. And of course I'm always trying to, even improve my training and get better. You have to stay on top of the game. So I analyze a lot. I analyze what can I do better, and I'm a super healthy person. I'm actually a sports freak and a health freak, say it that way. So I grow my own vegetables. We have chickens at home, so we eat the eggs. My husband is a fisherman. I eat only fresh produce. It's a kind of lifestyle for me, clean living, but clean living inside, outside, what I put into my body, but also how I live my life. So obviously my sport is, especially living in Western Australia, I get to kite at some of the cleanest water in the world, I breathe some of the freshest air in the world. And so I also want my home clean. That is one reason how I started to look into how I found Geo Vital eventually. But mainly it's also about my training, my nutrition. I kept asking myself, what can I do? What more can I do? What additional mile can I go in my approach to life, to my healthy living, my holistic? It's a very holistic approach of living.
Yeah.
What more can I do? And that's when I thought, my body is working for me all day long, 365 days. Okay, sometimes he's letting me down, I get injured, but in general my body is very, very good to me, and I want to give back. And giving back also has to do with sleep. Sleep is in fact, for an athlete, for anybody, but especially for athletic performance, it's absolutely essential. During sleep your body repairs itself. Sleep is a fundamental part of an effective training regime. And so I started to think, or I had this idea or realization where I thought, if I could improve my sleep, if I could improve the way my body recovers while sleeping, that would be fantastic. Say, how can I improve the regeneration process, the regenerating process that goes on while sleeping. And that's when I really got into this idea of I have to analyze sleep modes. Fascinating what the body actually does while you sleep.
Everything changes once we sleep.
Everything changes. And that's when I jumped on the internet for quite a few weeks or longer even. I really looked into the whole sleeping thing, so to say, and I still don't quite know how it all came together, but I'm myself from Austria. Geo Vital is from Austria, and when I found the company on the internet and I looked what they do and their products and research, I was like, no way, they're perfect. They're perfect, so that's when I got a touch, really.
Okay, wonderful. So you approached us, and then we've never sponsored an athlete before, but it does kind of make perfect sense, doesn't it? Instead of trying to, not instead of, but we typically help people that have chronic health issues and they're just not getting any relief, and then we work on that home or specifically that bedroom environment, and then their body has that opportunity to flourish. But why wait to get there? Why not put it in place before you get there?
Absolutely.
And if you're looking for peak performance, in health generally, then it makes perfect sense for an athlete to say, well, my bedroom better be absolutely perfect. So
I'm actually surprised no one approached you before me.
Yeah.
To tell you the honest truth.
Yeah, well, it's got to be a first. So anyway, we'd never sponsored anybody before, but Sascha Hahn, as you know, from Geo Vital in Austria, he's an enthusiastic sailor.
Yes.
So I think it struck a chord when I spoke to him about you. And anyway, we came up with a sponsorship, and part of that sponsorship was that you got one of our Geovital mattresses.
Yes.
Now these mattresses, for those who don't know, this is a mattress that came to be through the cooperation of our naturopaths and orthopedic specialists that work with us. It's a mattress that is anti-static, contains no metals, so it doesn't attract radiation or makes the situation with electric fields from the wiring in the walls worse. It has an open structure, so it breathes really well, the moisture can go away, and there's plenty of oxygenation to the skin. And the cover is removable and washable, and then it has this absolutely gorgeous, I think it is, stretch effect, which are these slanted panels.
It is
and then with your weight coming down, that weight is converted into a gentle traction as these panels pull in opposite direction, and it reduces the pressure in the discs. So you've had this mattress now for close to a year.
Yes.
So I guess we're eager to get your opinion. How did it go? How did it affect you? And did it, what levels did it help? Did it help your performance?
Okay, we got our mattress about a year ago. And even before I got it, and when we spoke, and I knew it's on the way, and we got to order it, and I had to tell you our weights, because it has been produced for our body weights, which is of course fantastic. Both my husband and I, we didn't quite know what to expect, but yeah.
But you'd never tried it either.
No.
You'd never seen it before.
No, I've never even seen it before. Yeah. Only online, and through everything what you told me, I was so intrigued by your company and by this mattress and this whole thought of improving my health and improving my sleep, and ultimately my overall health was just unresistingly tempting, really. So I couldn't wait, and then it arrived, and I have to admit, my husband and I, we had a few thoughts or worries because the mattress was in two pieces. A king size is always in two pieces.
Yeah, or it's two half cores, let's say.
That's it, two halves, like me and my husband, two halves. We're both two big people, so we thought maybe we will slip into the gap. Anyway, not once through the cover, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect, and we're absolutely loving it. And
just to elaborate, you were worried that having the two half mattresses inside, that there would be like a divot or something in the middle.
We just thought, when you snuggle up, that I would fall in the gap, or whoever is in the middle would somehow feel,
but you didn't experience that.
Never, you can't feel it. It's incredible. It's really incredible. No problem whatsoever. And I also have to say that before we got the mattress, and I guess that was also a reason for me to start looking into the whole sleeping improve my sleeping is that, I often woke up with really sore necks from a bulging disc. I often woke up at night time with both arms asleep, which started to really worry me because, anyway, so I often woke up not rested at all, like feeling I haven't really properly slept. Anyway, since we've got the Geo Vital mattress, which is I call it my personal physiotherapist. It's a one I have my personal physiotherapist at night now. Yeah, I have never had the arms fall asleep anymore. Pins and needles. Neck heaps better. I wake up rested. I wake up ready, to hit the water with full energy. Also, my husband, he's a windsurfer, so he has quite a lot of hip. He has had a lot of hip pain previously. That has gotten much better, so that's very great too. I definitely feel that my recovery and my whole overall health has improved through my new sleeping environment.
Wonderful.
Yes, and I'm very, very happy that Geo Vital is giving me the opportunity to have this heavenly sleeping environment now. It's really great.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for sharing that with us. And I guess as a final thought, thinking of those people out there that either have health issues or people like you are gung ho and trying to get the most out of life. What would your final kind of recommendation be in terms of looking after that sleeping environment and perhaps putting this mattress in there?
I definitely would say to everyone, don't underestimate the power of sleep. I think in general people don't really realize how important sleep is, and considering we sleep 1/3 of our lives, we owe it to ourselves to really make sure in that time we get the best quality sleep we can, because sleep is the key factor in healing. The sleep is the key factor for health to recover. Sleep is not only essential to athletes, it is essential, or it's absolutely vital to top athletic performance, but it's vital for all of us. And if you have a lack of sleep, or if you have bad sleep for a considerable amount of time, you will definitely get some serious health issues. So make sure your bedroom is a healthy place, and Geo Vital can help you with that, with everything, with the shielding of any electric fields, but also with regards to the mattress. And if you want the best, get yourself the one I have. I can really only recommend it. You won't regret it. It's a private physiotherapist. Doesn't matter if you have chronic health issues, if you're like me, just a sports freak, old, young. Everybody deserves a good sleeping environment and a good mattress. And talk to Geo Vital like I did. And I would like to say thank you for making my sleeping experience a very healthy and heavenly one, and helping me to stay on top of my game. Thank you.
All right, lovely. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so that's the, what do you call this, just a kite?
That's the kite. That's the kite.
That's a lot bigger than I thought it would be.
Well, it's actually not that big. It's 7 square meter here, 7 from the other side. So 7 square meter is actually a rather small kite. Like my smallest kite is 5. So I have a 5, 6, 7, but up to 12 square meter. But there is even bigger kites. There's up to 16. I even have a 20 square meter kite back home in Austria, but that's a really old one. So it's not that.
I mean, how high does that pull you in the air? Does it?
Yes, I can jump very high with this kite. It really depends on the wind strength, but I would use this kite in really strong wind, and I can fly high. It's definitely a few meters, but yeah. There's even competitions called Big Air, in fact. The biggest one is in Cape Town. It's on when there's a lot of wind, and then it's all about who can jump the highest. So
cool.
yes.
And what's all this stuff?
And yeah, this is the harness. So this is what connects me with the kite with this bar. So I have this around my waist, and then obviously I would wear a wetsuit, not a t-shirt and jeans. And this gets hooked in here. This is my safety leash. That gets hooked in here. That gets hooked in here. Now I don't have my arms free. And then lines connect. Lines connect. 4 attachment points, and that is basically what I use to power, depower, to have more and less power, and to steer.
Oh, okay.
To steer. So really you don't need to have all the strength in the world to begin with, say, because you're hooked in here, so all the forces.
Your weight hangs on there.
Yes. But later on, if you're good, or if you're a professional, you would unhook here, and then you have the whole power of the kite in your arms. So that's when you need a lot of upper body strength, and that's where really your shoulders, get quite some beatings, and a little bit of a workout, so to say. Yeah, that's really.
Oh. And what ages do people start with this? Is this something kids do, or is it more an adult thing?
All age. I would think, kids not too young, because the lines can be pretty dangerous. The lines can hurt you, so kids at a certain age will start to understand how much damage a line under the pull of a kite can do. So
need a bit of an adult attitude.
Yeah, like early teenager is definitely fine, but even late say 8-9 years is okay. And then it's open end. I taught people over 60, anyone can learn, also you, Patrick.
And that will be a different video.
That's it.
All right, well, thanks very much for the introduction. It's very, very cool.
You're welcome. Okay. Sweet dreams, everyone.